Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, Model Y is having a little bit of a demand problem. I really feel like there's a ton of people out there that haven't yet taken their delivery yet. I think inventory is on the rise, and especially the Model Y standard, that definitely has a demand problem. So we'll talk about my thoughts on that and how I really feel like Tesla could promote and sell the Model Y standard, especially now that we see it in inventory and everything. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online data, privacy, and much more, but more on that later. And on top of that, if you like giveaways, hit that like button so I can give you the details on how to win in our last 24 hours, less than 1 day, to win one of 3 Tesla bot action figures, completely free giveaway. So hit that like button if you want to jump in and you like giveaways as well. But Tesla, I feel like there's not a lack of demand for the Tesla Model Y. I've got multiple people reaching out to me saying that Tesla has reached out to them saying like, hey, can you come pick up your Tesla vehicle? We'll even offer you. One person gave me an example that they were offered $500 in supercharging credits to go pick up from a different center that I think was a little bit further. So maybe that makes the most sense here, but to pick up their Model Y sooner than later. Now we're also seeing that Model Y standards are starting to sit in inventory. I mean, this is a massively opposite look from what we were looking at like a month ago when there was basically no Model Ys in stock, and now the pages are endless. In fact, take a look at this. We've got a discounts as high as $2,790 off of a Tesla Model Y. Now, of course, this one is a repair demo. It's got 2,500 miles on it, but still, I mean, the range, we do like to see big ranges with big discounts. Here's another one, $2,000 off as well. If you're looking to get more discounts, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get up to $1,000 off of your Tesla purchase. You just have to click it open first down below, then head on over to Tesla and purchase your vehicle and everything. But I mean, I really feel like incentives, I mean, with the next few dates, we've got the earnings call coming up on Wednesday. And then you know what? Maybe Thursday might be our first day of incentives. If I were to put like, a betting man on that, if I was a betting man, I would probably put a little bit of money, like maybe like a 20 to 30% chance that we might see some sort of incentive this coming Thursday, maybe even Monday or Tuesday. Definitely not today or tomorrow at this point. And I feel like, people are maybe on the sidelines. We lost the $7,500 in credit, $500 credit. I mean, I feel like a lot of people did, but if you're out there and if you missed out on the $7,500 federal tax credit and you can take advantage, like you're eligible, send me an email or DM on one of my socials. You can find it on my channel page. Maybe there still is a way for you and I can point you and help you out in the right direction. You can find my links right here on this one. You can click to get my email address and send me an email so that we can get in contact to try and figure out and everything. But talking about the Model Y standard range, I really feel like Tesla is, I don't know what they're actually doing here, but I feel like they definitely have to incentivize it a ton to move and sell this vehicle. Like at 5.14% interest rate, it does not make any sort of sense at all. And so here's how I really feel like they could sell this vehicle. I mean, if you think about it, this is supposed to be their entry level Tesla vehicle, and entry level might mean that people that are purchasing it might not have like a home or own a home that can install their level 1 supercharger. So the first thing is that it has to have a low monthly payment, whether it's lease or financing, whichever. I think like $299 to $399 a month is the way to go with one of these vehicles. And I think the second thing that has to be combined with that is free supercharging, whether it's 2 to 3 years for like a 3-year lease, because that's how you're going to get people hooked into the Tesla ecosystem if you get them free supercharging, because a lot of these people might not necessarily own a home and that might not be able to charge it on a consistent basis. Like we used to rent in an apartment. Fortunately we are in a home right now, but before this we rented an apartment, and yes, there was chargers there, like 5 to 10, but at the same time, there was a lot of electric vehicles, so sometimes there was a little bit of a fight, a little bit of a drama, but at the most of the time I was able to get a charging uh, infrastructure and everything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Are you pending delivery of a Tesla vehicle? And I want to hear from you all. Like, is Tesla reaching out to you and trying to entice you to take delivery for your Tesla Model Y, Model 3, or whichever? Are you getting any sort of incentives or anything? I haven't heard of too many. I've only heard like 2 to 3 examples. But if you've been getting some offers, drop it down below in the comments, or send me a DM or email with a screenshot so I can educate others and help others as well to make sure that we're all getting the best deal at the end of the day. And on top of that, if anybody else is also pending delivery as well and you're looking to get full self-driving for half off, you can also send me a message. I can point you in the right direction and walk you through it and everything. But I know a lot of you out there want the best deal on a Tesla. Well, don't forget about your current vehicle as well and where you're selling it. That's why we partner with GiveMeTheVin.com. They want to buy your vehicle from the comfort of your home, and they want to get you maximum value as well. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And of course, using all our links do support the channel as well. But I am very curious to see what Tesla will do with these standard rear wheel drives. Half of me or a part of me does feel like, they accidentally put these on the website, like they were not supposed to be on the website. But, at the same time, it's already there. People have already seen it. And of course, a lot of these are coming soon as well. And so maybe these will start to show up, and then maybe more people will be able to test drive and drive them. And then maybe people will get more excited about them after they see them in person with a more expensive payment. I don't know. It's a very weird situation, that is for sure. If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data, like your addresses, phone numbers, from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too. Thanks to everyone. And as promised, here's the details, or today's secret code for the giveaway. We're actually using Gleam to host the giveaway. And look at that. Actually, we have 7 hours left to jump in. Free entries and everything. Today's secret code is Giga Texas. That's one of 7 secret codes that we've given out for the past, I think 2 weeks throughout the different live streams. And so if you want to quickly try and get all of the secret codes, that gets you like 70 entries into the giveaway. And of course, we'll pick the winners for this probably tomorrow and everything. On top of that, I forgot to talk about this. A quick update. Yesterday, we talked about how Lemonade, the insurance company, is partnering or using Tesla's not the direct integration within the vehicles to hopefully try and make the insurance rates cheaper, maybe even full self-driving miles cheaper. But take a look at this. Mark Kerr switched over to Lemonade from State Farm for my Tesla. Same coverage, $200 cheaper. So real money, real savings there. And so that's just the beginning. So maybe this might be a situation where Lemonade might be the lowest cost provider. We do have an insurance index tracker sheet. You can find it linked down below in the description, where we basically asked over 100 or 150 people at this point on how much they pay for insurance, what model, what state, what coverage, deductible, monthly payment, and of course, exactly what model as well. And so we've got a nice list here, and taking a look at it, I mean, only a couple people have Lemonade. And so very interesting to see, if you're looking to get cheap insurance or save money on insurance, you can start here as a great resource to try and figure out what is the best situation and everything. And going back to Model Y Standard, there was definitely a lot more on the inventory pages yesterday, and I think Tesla might have realized that and taken them off and everything. But 99% makes sense, really makes sense. Oh, okay, so that can make sense, but we still want low payments and free supercharging, right? Price for the Model Y at 30,000. We have a deal. Model 3 standard at 25,000. And you know what? Never say never. I do feel like, if I were to chart out, like, of course there's going to be incentives in quarter 4 at this point because inventory is skyrocketing. In my opinion, we will definitely see some inventory incentives and everything, and I would say next couple weeks, if latest November. And then I'm really worried for quarter 1 of next year. Like, we could easily see some big price cuts to make some of the models also drop in price. Truffle, one of your auto posted shorts damn near gave me a heart attack. LOL, Tesla not honoring the 7,500 rebate. I'm waiting for delivery of my Model Y rear-wheel drive in a couple weeks. Sorry about that, Truffle. Yeah, my editor kind of just posts those whenever. Because TikTok is actually where they go out first, and then of course the shorts and everything is a little bit after that. Kevin, I can see the lease deal, but for 2 to 3 years supercharging, not so much. I can see maybe 3 months of free supercharging and 3 months full self-driving with a referral. Yeah, 100%, I agree as well. But you know what? Maybe we're thinking about this completely wrong because in the past, Tesla has always done like blanket, like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. But what if they switched it and said, like, here's a supercharging credit of X, and maybe that's like X every year. So that way you don't necessarily can't abuse it, where you can only use up to like, $1,000 or $3,000 in supercharge. Maybe it's not as clean. It has as much impact. And I guess just saying, hey, here's free supercharging, unlimited free supercharging for 6 months has a better, cleaner impact at the end of the day. So, I mean, I was trying to think like, okay, is there a way for Tesla to like give credits or limited it, and so it gets people like into the ecosphere and understanding and everything? I don't know. I guess like other manufacturers I feel like have done that, where they get like $5,000 of supercharging, or of course fast charging, but I can see how it doesn't make any sense. Nag, Model Y standard are future robotaxis, no rear screen. They should have debuted it next year, 2026 Q4. I don't get who will buy for $1,000 more when they would have paid for a rear-wheel drive just 15 days ago. Yeah, exactly. It's a weird one for sure. It was out for like 30 seconds. Oh, okay. Let me make sure that we're good here and everything. Thanks for all the audio. Let me just restart my audio. Sometimes. Hello? Everybody good? Okay, I think I restarted it, and I think we are good. Okay, cool. So maybe I had to restart it. All of their Cybertrucks to Las Vegas, and I cannot wait to see some of these in person because we will actually be in Vegas very, very soon for SEMA. So if you're going to be at SEMA, we will actually be at the 3W All Weather Floor Mat booth. So definitely come say hi and everything. I mean, these look pretty menacing here. Here's what we can piece from this. And what the cool thing with Unplugged Performance is you can actually buy all of these or most of these pieces yourself for your vehicle, your own Cybertruck. And even if you wanted like a bull bar or a push bar for your Model Y, you can actually also get that as well, which is pretty crazy. But we can see we got the upfit performance wheels, we got the side rockers, the molly panels on the top, we got the bull bar in the front, plus like the front and rear bumper that are in metal. But very cool to see. Here's a quick video, which you can see it looks pretty badass. And maybe when we're in Vegas in like a month or so, we can try and catch one of these and show you guys like a quick walk around and everything that is out there. But really cool to see. I got these roof racks. I'm kind of on the fence. I kind of want roof racks, but I'm also like kind of hesitant because I do like walking in my bed to like do some organization. But I feel like at the same time, it could have a great utility to maybe throw on like a Starlink there or something else at the top as well. But let us Now that you've bought your Tesla or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're gonna lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And you know these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Oh, interesting. Now it's fine. Now it's good. Now it's good. Okay, so maybe I had, because I see a mute channel for the stream, maybe I had that triggered when I was switching to that. Maybe I hotkeyed it or something. But thank you, Truffle Shuffle, for catching that. And hopefully the audio is good now. Base, is Car Buyer USA legit or any horror stories from them? Really, at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of the different internet companies that purchase your vehicles, it's not necessarily that the companies are bad. It's like maybe the rep, one person that could be handling your vehicle or account that you might not, maybe they're not having a good day or you're not having a good day. And really that's what I feel like. Or maybe like their offer could be really low as well. But yeah, I've had people sell to Car Buyer USA. I've had people sell to GiveMeTheVin.com, which we have a partnership down below as well. Or even, really my recommendation is go to CarMax, go to these websites, get all the different collection, go back to like Give Me the VIN and say like, hey, CarMax gave me this. And then also what I really prefer is go to the local reputable used car dealer lot that maybe isn't necessarily family owned, but has good reviews that won't necessarily screw you on like the payment check. Make sure they've got good reviews, make sure you've got a good feeling, and then see if they can also beat your offer as well. Because if you think about it, they have to buy from off of the street or the auctions to then resell. And so they pretty much have to be competitive or else they're not going to have anything to then go ahead and sell after that. So use all of those. But of course, like if you want, the most comfort, like these, Give Me the VIN, CarMax, they're going to have a big bankroll. And so that the check is going to clear and everything. So you have nothing to worry about on that end with that. Paul, the Model Y and Model 3 Standard both have my attention, but the price really needs to drop to $29,000 or $25,000 respectively to become irresistible. Yeah, 100%. I don't know what Tesla's doing, and maybe we'll start to see what they're doing once they release some incentives, because as we take a look at the stack with these different vehicles between like Model Y, Model 3, maybe that's what they're going to do. Like if we were to put our thinking strategy hat on here, but they also did raise the prices on these pretty recently. But like at a Model Y premium rear-wheel drive at $529, maybe they bring in the standard at $399. I mean, they would have to. Even at $499, it still doesn't make sense. But at the same time, they want to sell more of these, like the standards. So maybe they do like a $499 or even a $449, and then so that people upsell themselves to the premium and say like, oh, actually, I do want, all those different features, and it's only $50 more or only $25 or anything like that. In this next topic, Elon has given us a full self-driving update. Big update, because hopefully now we have some further insight when everybody will be able to get it. But unfortunately, we don't have a date yet. But here's what he said. Elon said 14.2, which is version 14, version 14.2. We've so far had 14.1.1 and then 14.1.2. But now he's saying 14.2 for widespread use. This was a response to AI Driver, which also has a great channel on YouTube. 95% of all indecisive lane changes and braking have been fixed. Braking has been fixed in full self-driving 14.1.2. Haven't touched my steering wheel for 2 days. I think it's time Tesla AI. And so hopefully this is good. Hopefully we start to get this, and this, it's coming up for the end of October now. So, I mean, we'd love to be able to try all the different version 14 features and everything. And here's an interesting post from Nick. It's almost like Tesla is quietly rebranding full self-driving to Tesla self-driving, as we can see from like the robo taxi and also the robo within the tunnel and everything. Maybe they want to remove the full self-driving because of maybe some other reasons, including being sued or whichever. Here's another post that's pretty interesting. Mad Max on full self-driving version 14 is much more than just a driving profile. Tesla is telling us they've unlocked a new level of system performance and safety. And then Nick responded, exactly. People think Mad Max is just about how fast to drive. It isn't. It intelligently navigates through traffic unlike any profile before. It saves me so much time during rush hour traffic, not because of speed, but because of the decisions it makes. And so maybe it's utilizing more of the cameras all around to be able to weave in and out, or to make decisions on getting into lanes and everything a lot more better. Here's an interesting tidbit about full self-driving 14 as well. Sorry, says it's interesting how version 14, it would pull forward into every parking spot, but with version 14.1.2, it backs in every single time. I mean, this would be a crazy good time saver, because full self-driving already helps us a lot during like highway merges, lane changes, city driving as well. But if you completely have to do nothing all the way till it parks into a parking spot, this is going to be crazy to see, and I can't wait for it to actually roll out and everything. Here's a quick video of the or not the robo taxi, but how it potentially could look like going through the Vegas boring tunnel, when supposedly they're going to remove all safety drivers that sit in the driver's seat in the next 1 to 2 months. So, maybe when we get there in the next month, we'll be able to try it as well. But let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. The one thing's for sure, if you're about to buy a Tesla, don't forget it doesn't come with this, and that's going to be a set of all-weather floor mats. Our favorite set is a set by 3W all-weather floor mats, especially when you use promo code Dennis35 down below in the description. You get 35% off. So if you're looking for a floor mat set that has lifetime warranty, great fitment, we've got them in all of our Teslas. Definitely check it out. Link down below. And of course, using our links do support the channel. So thank you to everybody that's done that in the past and in the future. Tesla is valued so high, they should just 0% APR it and send it. 0% APR does sell, and we haven't seen 0% APR, I want to say, all year, especially for the Model Y. Model Y has only been as low as 1.99. So maybe that's what Tesla kicks off and brings to the plate here in Q4. Anthony, when Model Y gets 500-mile range battery, can I upgrade my 2026 Model Y Performance? No, I don't think so. Well, you know what? It's kind of interesting you asked that with our next topic. Truffle, full self-driving backing into the parking spot is fine, except when doing grocery shopping, because you need access to the back. Yeah, 100%. Well, actually, I've always made a habit to try and always back in, because it's just a lot more safer pulling out. But now with full self-driving, actually, you don't really have to worry about pulling out at all, because full self-driving will just do it for you. You can just sit back, relax, and let the system use all of its cameras to try and do a safe pull out and everything. In this next topic, I didn't realize this, but a brand new Tesla Model Y battery is $15,000, which it might sound expensive, but when you compare it to like ICE engines or ICE vehicle internal combustion engines, it's actually not that bad. Jordan posted this: in 5 to 10 years, you have to replace your EV battery at 60 to 70% of the cost of your entire car, 30 to 40K. While ICE will simply need a $80 oil change. That's why EVs will never replace ICE cars. As simple as that. Not everyone earns 100K a year to afford a car of toys. Well, engines don't necessarily last that long either. Some of them can go that long, but you also might need a ICE engine to replace as well. But Wes actually responded to this. Wes is one of the engineers on the Cybertruck, or the chief engineer, I want to say. The correct info is available to anyone who wants to find it on Tesla.com. Tesla offers a 8-year, 120-mile battery warranty, and the cost of a new battery is $15,000. Now, of course, that might not necessarily include labor to actually do this, but what's cool with this is now that Tesla has launched their parts.tesla.com, you can actually look up the cost on all of the different batteries. And, this is retail pricing for that. There's plenty of shops already that will try and fix or repair or even install like a refurbished battery from like a different Tesla for a much lower cost. Like I've seen prices like $6,000 to $7,000. So really, as long as you have warranty, which is my recommendation, a lot of people come to me and say like, hey, what about like should I be worried about the battery? Should I charge to only 80%? I mean, if you're well within the warranty of 8-year, 120,000 miles, or even the Cybertruck goes up to 150,000 miles, you really have nothing to worry about until you get past and which I really feel like Tesla owners, just like electric vehicle owners, do swap out vehicles a lot more quicker just because of the technology aspect of it. Just like how we change our iPhones every 2 to 3 years, which of course it's a much bigger price and everything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Will it learn my parking spot in the garage? It's a good question, actually. Can you like train it? I don't know. How much is the long range standard? The long range standard is expensive. That's how much it is. It's $39,990 for Model Y. CT, trying to decide R1S or CT. Well, your username is CT. Both are around 76K right now, waiting for Q4 for possible end of year incentives. CT, I mean, it's a good question, but you're also comparing a Cybertruck, which is a truck, to an R1S, which is an SUV truck. So, I mean, really, I would just drive both and see which one, fits your style. I prefer the Cybertruck. I think it's a little bit more comfortable than the R1S. I really feel like the R1S is more harsh. Now, I do like Rivian styling, colors, branding, and everything, but I just don't like their tech and I don't like their steering wheel inputs of whichever. I much prefer Tesla's tech. And once you're in the ecosystem of having one Teslas or two, it's really hard to leave that and go to something else. And so it's tough, that's for sure. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.